This episode of Speakers of Fightland is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our Supreme and Master Speakers, Circa Barakeel, Remy Acelia, Saray Cypher, Omeji Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Arcadia Lunashine, Dramavian, Nina Grimstarter, Casey Schaefer, Daimos, Lily Black, Hans Grenade, Sapa Chakwatol, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Quick Levin, Luke Leonatrell, Stella Bell, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Naive Arino, Celeste Razgris, Elenriel Maximus, Edwin, Bob CC, Fabson Voidworm, Rami Maverick, Codred No, Mira Miri, Winebow Brood, Bay Barbalay, Kaisa Regina, Uzora Akari, AJ Brainswordson, Suno Shikano, Yowie Wowie, Chesha Saltiri, and Gideon Ura. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Fightland.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Fightland episode 213. I'm Lakeel Rayston, and I'm joined today by Georgi Wiston and Rollo Des. Welcome. It's time for speakers. In this episode, not much happening. Just kidding.
No, there's some stuff.
There is stuff. We have stuff to talk about. Our main story, Tales from the Shadows. Interesting story. There's a reason. It's the last Tales of the Shadows, and it implies it has some implications for the future. Maybe. There's a Famitsu survey that's been published in Famitsu. There's some interesting stats in there. We'll discuss that, and we'll be reading your Mog Mail. Stay tuned for the post show for questions from the Syndicate. That's it. Okay. What have we done this week in 14? Georgi?
Yes. Well, I don't think touched my Dark Knight this week, but I did do a little bit of Diadem just because I was like, I ranked as a miner last time. Maybe I can rank as a botanist this time, and I did. But that's not what I'm going to get the achievement for, because apparently, with a score of 690, I ranked 62nd as a leather worker.
Oh, okay.
So,
Good job, Goblin.
Yeah. You really put in the effort there, didn't you, Goblin?
Yay. Yeah. Is cool. Rollo?
You know what? I got something interesting to say.
Oh, are you implying that Georgi doesn't have anything interesting to say? That he got
I was talking about my past selves.
Okay, all right.
I was talking about my past self. I think Georgi had a fun time in item. I helped some of my friends because they always come back to play the game during patches usually. A lot of them are Shadowbringers.
I already know where this is going.
Well, two things actually. So one, I'll sit in a Discord call, right? And they'll just be playing like Siege or League of Legends, right? Or whatever. And I'm just like there relaxing, playing 14. And one of them will always just blurt out like every night, anyone want to play Mahjong? And then like 6 other people will pipe up, yeah, I'd love to. And they will log into 14 to play Mahjong. A lot of them aren't Shadowbringers even, actually. A lot of them are in Heavensward and Stormblood. And I'm just like, yeah, we're going to play Mahjong. And they're like, oh, man, the Mahjong queue is so long. And
This is so
keep saying
bizarre.
the same things. They're very into Mahjong. It's bizarre. That's an aside, though.
Okay.
One of them managed to actually finish Stormblood. Who's been putting it off for a little while. And you know what?
Stormblood?
Stormblood, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was interesting because I asked him, or asked them, how do you feel about it? Because I was just curious, like, because a lot of people, they get a little down on Stormblood after Heavensward. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I just think it's better than Heavensward. And I'm like, yes, someone understands.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry, I tuned out. There's something wrong with the audio, but what did you say?
He said they liked Stormblood more than Heavensward. And I asked him to elaborate, and I was like, man, that's the same way I feel, because I appreciate the risk that Stormblood took, and I just think it made Stormblood so much more interesting.
Which risks?
The dual narrative thing and making the story a bit less about us were the main points. And this is purely story, not the other content. We didn't talk about that. And this is also base Stormblood.
I feel like you want to say something, Nikhil, so I'll let you go.
Ahead. You can go ahead. We can, we got time.
I will just say that they are wrong. That's all I want to say. They are just wrong. The story of Heavensward was like high fantasy epic. Stormblood was like, we can't decide if we want to do this story. Actually, they had decided we don't want to do this story, but we have to. And then we'll do this story as well. At least Heavensward had like a bit of a focused story, even though after like 3.3, when we finished like the Dragon Song story, it got a little unfocused, but Heavensward is still very strong in my mind and in a lot of people's minds.
I think it's still good, but again, I just think Stormblood's changes and different narrative take on things made it more interesting. Did everything pan out? No. But I appreciate the risk, and I think it makes it better for me.
Okay. Well, you are entitled to your own opinion, and
thank you.
Even if they are wrong.
I'm building a coalition. Just you wait.
I will say this. In regards to both Heavensward and Stormblood, both of them are tied down by issues that existed previously that needed to be resolved.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which Shadowbringers actually does not have as a problem, simply because it's so seemingly unattached, and yet it integrates itself well into the narrative we already have up until this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, in general, Stormblood is just a weak expansion compared to what we've had. Yes.
That was my week. I was helping them finish Stormblood.
I'm glad you have a friend that agrees with your wrong opinion on Stormblood.
I just think people shouldn't be so down on Stormblood.
I'm not down on Stormblood. I am not down on it. I'm just saying it's a weaker. It's like the weakest expansion, I think.
It's the weakest expansion. That doesn't mean it's bad. I would say all expansions for 14 are good.
Yes. Yes.
Stormblood. My new video essay. Stormblood, better than you remember.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I haven't done much. Have I done anything? Oh, I'm leveling Samurai now, much to certain viewers' dismay. I'm just a level in. I can't tell you anything. Nothing has changed so far with Samurai, in my opinion, from when I last played it. Even though I can't really remember what it was like to play it last time.
So, I've done a tiny bit of leveling with Samurai. I don't even think it's like level 71 yet. It feels more complicated than I remember. Maybe completely. Maybe I've just completely forgotten how Samurai used to work.
Yeah. Well, I just came off Monk. So maybe I'm just not feeling, because Monk, I don't.
Your brain's just so big.
I just don't want to think about it anymore. That's level 80. I can think about it in 6.0. That's out of my mind for now. Yeah. I mean, I can see the appeal of Samurai. It has some interesting mechanics, but I'm still just talking about level 70 and 71 stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, I think it's good. I got to 80. It's a good time. I think the only hardest part is the opener, just because you have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Which I think can depend on your latency. But
oh yeah.
are you gonna do the 1 or 2 cent opener? Who knows?
All right. Well, that's what we've done in 14 this week. It's time to jump into recent events. And in recent events, Ishgardian Restoration Sky Builder rankings have ended. You will now know if you have gained the title or not. Everything concluded on September 18th at 9 a.m. GMT, 10 a.m. BST. I'm assuming if you wanted the title, you have already checked at this point, and you know if you got it or not. I don't know. Does it say when? Yes, Wednesday on the 23rd is when the Moogle Deliver service will begin sending out the titles.
But don't worry if it doesn't arrive then. They're on a staggered release.
Yes. So there you go. I didn't need it, so I didn't do it. I already have I'm not going for the top one. So, yeah. I was in the diadem once or twice. Yeah.
I will say, considering how seemingly easy it was to get almost halfway up Leatherworkers rankings on Goblin, I might try and go for the Saint title next time.
Yeah, because you're on a server with like 20 people. It is wild how easy it is to get that high up on the list.
I believe I am on this server that is second last of North American servers in terms of Ishgardian restoration progress right now.
Yikes. Well, it's
Which
good.
Which is actually one higher than I expected.
But that's good in terms of getting the title. I can just dream of getting there on Ragnarok. That is impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but I would literally have to do nothing but craft for like the 10 days. So the next... When is the next one then? Next patch?
Yes. Well, it will be 5.41. Probably.
Remember when they said they would do this more often? Like it would be...
Yeah.
That's so weird that they just decided not to. Okay. Well, there you go. Next, there's an upcoming...
Quickly.
Yes?
Before we move on to the next story,
Uh-huh.
Let's just briefly mention the fact that, okay, so North American servers around 7 to 10 in terms of progress for the Ishgardian restoration. European servers, about the same.
Yeah.
The new servers are only at like 5, but they have lower populations.
Oh, yeah, right.
Japan, on average, 13 to 16, unless you're Tonbury, in which case they're already up to phase 24.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's so far ahead. It's unbelievable. It's
the fact that even ignoring Tonbury, which is just a massive anomaly. All the Japanese servers are, for the most part, ahead of both North America and Europe when they have significantly lower populations.
Yeah.
It's really indicative of the difference in how they treat this game.
Unbelievable.
I guess they just love crafting.
Yeah.
As we don't like crafting, I guess.
Shout out to Tom Barry. Good job.
But you see, here's the thing, Rollo. They don't just love crafting because they have higher percentage of savage clears as well.
They just love the game.
They just love the game. Yeah, they just love the game. Yeah. All right, moving on. Patch 5.35 will add more plots to all residential districts. Wards 22 through 24 will be added to all residential districts. Subdivisions will also be available, resulting in a total of 180 new plots of land for each of the 4 districts. An apartment building will also be added to each of the new wards and subdivisions. Think about how many apartments there are now.
So many empty apartments.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, good lord. Purchasing...
Every single person on every server could probably get an apartment and there would still be space.
Yes, yes. Purchasing of plots and relocation of estates is available to both free companies and individual players this time. How do you feel about that?
Indifferent, I don't care. I already have a house.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I mean, still a bad system. So
Yeah. I agree.
I guess everyone has a chance
I have
this
seen
time.
him.
Oh.
Oh.
Someone forgot to press the button. Okay, there we go.
I have seen complaints from some people saying that that individual people should not be getting access to purchasing these new houses straight away.
Yes. Especially now, because I would imagine, I am not looking for a house, but I would assume it's been a long time since new plots were added, and we haven't had auto demolition on for a very long time.
Yep.
That's a good point.
There has to be a lot of people waiting for a house right now, and the fact that they're opening it to both right now is very strange. Because that's a lot of people that are just going to be like thrust into the housing market, and the bad people are going to get houses. And they're going to buy up wards with all their alt accounts and whatever. It's going to happen. I'm just
Good
waiting.
luck to you guys.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
But not good luck to the bad people.
No.
I wish a pox upon you.
Yes. Yeah.
You did bring up a really good point. I had not even considered the fact that auto demolition has been turned off due to the global health crisis.
Yeah. So the pressure is high right now for the housing wards. So,
All those new players coming in from the free trials, even. They're like, oh, love this game. Let me get a house. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, there's houses coming up though.
Wait,
I see.
Can you buy a house on the free trial?
No, I'm saying people who have played.
Oh,
the free
come off
trial
it.
and,
Right.
And you know.
Yeah. That's. Oof, they're in for a rude awakening when they finally get into the housing district. If they get in, because there's going to be a lot of pressure on the housing servers as well. Oh God, I remember when they added the housing in Shirogane.
Yeah.
Let's move that away. I thought that was like on my like preview screen, so I just thought it didn't matter. Okay, anyways. Yes, I remember when they added the housing districts to Shirogane, and how people were making macros to like click the aetheryte and go down and click. Like there was like a macro to get there. It was, and I felt like, and I didn't do any of that, and I was just there. I'm like, all right, I'll try, and then first of all, servers crashed. So even though I was like number 2 in queue, the login servers crashed, so I was thrown back out. And then when I came back in, I was like, you are 1,500 in queue. Right.
Every house already taken.
It's over. Yeah, you come in, everything's gone.
Did I tell you what I did to get my FC house?
No. What did you do?
I plugged in a controller, and I stood in front of a placard that was going up on sale soon, and there was like, I think 3 other FCs trying to get one. And so what I did is I just like sat on my bed, had the controller in one hand, and I memorized the buttons I had to push to like open up the menu to do that. So I was just like watching TV and just like until I finally bought it. I could do it. I didn't macro it. I just mashed on my fucking little controller.
Oh God.
For hours, by the way. Hours.
So sad also to watch like players like standing outside like a placard. They're just standing there and you know what they're doing. They're just like constantly pressing the sign to see if it's unlocked. Remember, you can transfer your house as well.
It's just people getting a taste of the real life housing market.
You gotta stand in front of a placard.
Imagine. Yes. So good luck to the people that want a house. Patch 3.1 No. 5.35. We don't know the date yet.
Set yourself to busy. Remember, people will trade you and take you out of the buying menu. It's fucked up.
Always set yourself to busy and do it before. Because does it retain when you log back in?
I'm not sure.
Make a macro. No, I had a macro for busy. I remember that. Just having a macro for busy.
/busy.
But when there's so many people, chat starts to slow down. So
really?
If you have a macro, it'll just do it for you immediately. All right. Moving on. Famitsu has released a survey. There are some interesting tidbits. We're not going to linger too long on this, but it is interesting. This is so we're kind of dealing with Google Translate here, so keep that in mind. But I think I think we're good. There were 2,845 participants that responded here in this survey. So there you go. What's interesting is that the first question was player genders, and females ranked number one with 1,445 votes, with males at 1,087 and unanswered 313. So that's interesting. I said this before we went live. 14 has always had like a large female, like part of like female. What is it? Amount? No, not amount. What am I talking about? Yes, player base. That's the word. I almost said it. Which is weird because 10, 15 years from now, no, not from now, ago, MMOs were like very like male heavy, like
very
yes. So that's good.
I would say 14 in general has been pretty open to non-stereotypical MMO demographics in general.
Yes. In terms of age, first place, people in their 20s, 1,317. Second place, 30s, 960. So not surprising that those two are the top. Third place, 40s. Still, not weird. And then
more people in their 40s than in their teens.
Yes.
10/teens.
I'm assuming that's teens, right? It's not 10 or younger.
No, I think it's 10.
Google Translate is
10.
having. Is it really? So 10 or, but why does it go
younger?
People
in their, I think what it means is people. I think it should say 19 or younger.
All right. Okay. Yes. So 19 or younger, 105. That's fourth. And on fifth place, 50s with 41 votes. And then 60 or more, 2 votes.
That'll be us.
That is us in many years from now. But yeah, there you go. Unanswered, 142. If you're in a survey and you don't even answer your age, why are you in it?
To be secretive? I don't know. What he held.
It's anonymous, presumably. All right. Then they have so that's just the introduction. That's like so we know who they're asking. But here's an interesting thing. When people started playing, now thankfully I know what these mean, but Google translates them to very interesting things. First place is A Realm Reborn, which no surprise, 613 votes. Second place is Shadowbringers, which
doesn't surprise me.
Is also that's like a big hit. So not interesting. 2019, 2020 this year 372. That's third place. So top 3: 2013, 2019, 2020. So not much happened between 20 13 and 2019. People, Shadowbringers was really the one that brought a lot of
I
people.
don't know if that's necessarily true. I think that I think what we can more so take away from this is that people that didn't join at the very start or very recently have a higher drop-off rate.
Right. Well, what's really interesting is that Heavensward is last. 2015.
What does that say about Heavensward, huh?
150. It just means that it wasn't that popular in Japan, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure if this survey was taken in the West or in North America,
I think you're missing another highlight of this is that in second last place is people that started playing in 1.0.
yeah. So there are more people that played 1.0, started playing at 1.0 than Heavensward. That's weird.
That are still playing.
Yeah, that are still playing. So that's interesting. I'm sure if this was done in North America or Europe, I'm sure Heavensward would be higher up on the list. All right, I think. Oh yeah, so the characters with race, tribe, and gender. Number 1, not a surprise to anyone on Earth. First place, Mikote, Sunseeker female. The most. You knew it before I said it. That this is the most played one. And second place, not a surprise, Mikote, Keeper of the Moon, female.
I mean, no one can resist a good cat girl. What are we saying? Come on.
Third and fourth place, probably not going to surprise anyone either. Aura. So that's which one of them?
Rain and then it's Zayla.
Rain and Zayla. Third and fourth, female both, of course. But then fifth, okay, well no, Lalafell, Dune Folk, is that still the same in English?
Yeah, it's Dune's Folk.
I am not familiar with Lalafells, as you can tell. Female, sixth place, Hyur.
First men.
Hyur Midlander. Hey.
Wow, men are boring.
Did you say?
It's just easy to be a cute girl.
What the fuck did you just say? Did you just say? Wow. Seventh.
I'm kind of no. I'm not. That's not what I meant. What I'm also saying is I'm surprised that the most popular male race is Midlander.
Yeah. I would actually. Oh yeah, of course the RMT bots aren't voting in this.
No,
if they did,
Also,
here would be
just,
the top.
This is just Japanese.
This is just Japan. Yes,
I'm sure the demographics are a bit different. Cat Girl's still on top, obviously.
Of course.
But everything else after that is different from.
At the bottom for
I was curious
Japan.
about this one.
Rothgar.
Not surprising. Rogadin.
Oh.
Seawolf. Female.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. We already. I think that's already well known that that's like one of the least
both
favorite
Rogadins
races.
are at the bottom.
Yeah, both.
Both Rogadin women are at the bottom.
Yes.
You guys are
It's a
sleeping
shame.
on the femros over there. Step it up.
Favorite battle job? Yeah. What?
I was just going to quickly say Rothgar aren't doing much better.
Rothgar? No, they are not. No. All right. So, favorite classes, jobs. White mage at the very top. Me. Second place, dragoon. Third place.
Some people do love positions.
Interesting. Third place, dark knight. Fourth place, bard, and fifth place, paladin. Interesting. At the bottom, you'll find none among blue, and then blue mage. I don't know why none is there, but as in nothing, not actually a none.
Is this their? Yeah, this is their favorite class. So I guess they just don't have a favorite.
They don't have a favorite. Do you like number 17?
I did see number 17, Gunbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
That is an
Actually,
interesting
I
translation.
think new jobs are always. Oh, sorry.
The Google translation
is.
it's
Yeah.
an interesting translation. Dancers number 16, Gunbreaker 17, None at 18, and 19 is Blue Mage. Not surprised by that either. Favorite Gatherer Crafter. This one's interesting.
What?
This is a weird question.
Yes.
Because they're functionally the same for the
They all
most part.
craft the same.
Yeah. Fisher is number 1.
Because it's the only one that's
Because
different.
it's the only unique one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Number 2, which I guess is crafting, is Weaver. 3rd place, Culinarian. 4th place, None again. There it is. 5th place, Alchemist. And then last, you have Armorer. It's so arbitrary. It doesn't even... They are the same. I guess they're just ranking them based on what they wear.
I will say, I always thought... I don't know why, in my mind, Armorer was the less fun blacksmith.
Okay. Sure. That's fine.
Weaver does make all the slams, though. So
That's
I guess
true.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You want that Hannish top? I got you.
Oh, this one's I'm gonna struggle with this a little bit. What's your favorite battle content? I know most other things from Google Translate, but I am not quite... Okay, so... First place, I'll read what Google Translate is giving us. Reproduction Salita Factory Ruins. Oh, it's copied factory.
Right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I hope you can figure that out.
Yeah. And then second place is Hades. Third place is Titan Extreme. 4th place, Alliance Raid.
I'm shocked that Titan Extreme is that high up still.
Yeah, it's weird. Why are they so fascinated with Titan still?
I'd love to hear the Japanese perspective on that one.
Yeah.
To why.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this survey was done before Puppet's Bunker, right?
It was...
I would have to assume so.
Does it not
I mean,
give...
Puppet's Bunker only came out like a couple of weeks ago.
That's true, yeah. I believe there is a date. Released August 27th. Conducted on August 11th. That's when they ended it. So I guess it would have been too new anyways to put in there if it was out. But it was out by the I don't remember. Oh god, let's not. I can see the comment section already.
Interestingly, in number 13, in 13th place is Hidden Gorge.
Oh.
The queues in Japan shorter than they are here.
I think PvP is just a different beast over there. More organized from what I've seen.
Oh, interesting. The Binding Coil of Bahamut is 29th. It's almost at the bottom.
This isn't every instance in the game, though. There's more than 30.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Crystal Tower. Bottom.
Yeah, just because things are at the bottom of this list, that doesn't account for the probably over 100 instances.
Yeah, it says up to 30th place, but yeah.
Yeah, didn't receive enough votes to get into this top 30.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Right. Next part is favorite Final Fantasy XIV song. First place, despite the bottom place for when they started playing the game, Heavensward wins this with Dragon Song at number 1.
Dragon Song's good.
Dragon Song is good.
Dragon Song,
an iconic song.
Possibly controversial opinion. I think Dragon Song is the best Callaway Uematsu collaboration.
I still am very bound to Answers, but
I think Answers is
so
much feeling.
Well,
yeah.
Interestingly, Answers only comes 16th in this.
Yeah, we're getting to that. Yeah, Shadowbringers number 2. Neath Dark Waters is 3rd. The Twinning is 4th. And fifth is Tsukuyomi's theme.
Dropped a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's only dropped below things that. It's dropped below 2 songs that didn't exist in the last survey.
Yeah.
And then 2 main themes.
16th, like we just mentioned, Answers. Interesting.
Love 17. Greedy. I think it's supposed to be Insatiable.
Oh, yes. Greedy.
I think
it probably is. Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird. I wonder if Answers is so low on the list is because it's been played to death in the game. Like, you've heard every possible variation of this song. If you did Coil, for instance, you would literally hear the first part of that song for a long time until you progged to the next part. Like, it was fucking torture.
Many people have not done Coil.
Yeah, but Japan probably has.
Oh,
that's a good point.
This is such a weird survey because it's such a small pool.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
A smaller player base of a global game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last is WoW. What? Weight of the World is at the bottom. From Copied Factory.
29th. That's still good.
Yeah.
Considering how much music there is in this game.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah. All right. Well, that's part 1, but there is more. Favorite main scenario. No surprise. Almost overwhelmingly on first place. Shadowbringers. With 1,806 votes. Second place, Heavensward. 707. Stormblood, 243. And A Realm Reborn with 89 on fourth place.
Oh.
Bless. I mean, I agree with this. This was probably how I would do this as well, if I had to like arrange them in order.
I love these Japanese translated names.
Yeah, they are funny.
Urban Liberator.
Every title, every expansion in Japanese has a color in its name.
Yes. And also, A Realm Reborn is just called New Eorzea.
Where does 1.0 come in, by the way?
1.0 didn't have a
What
main
MSQ?
scenario. What MSQ are you talking about?
I don't know, forming the grand company.
Okay. We need to go. Yep. What's your favorite character? Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm not surprised. Horsefant is number 1.
Horse fan Greystone, you mean?
Oh, sorry. Okay. 596 votes. But Emmett Selk is second place with 516. So they're very close. But Horsefant won. What were you going to say, Georgi?
Just Rollo's wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. We agree on that. Yeah, you don't like Horsefant.
You're
Sorry,
just wrong.
And
Clearly.
again, you are proven wrong.
He's the best character.
I'm
What do you want
sorry.
me to say?
These are the facts. That's just how it is. Third place, Crystal Exarch. What?
Sorry?
Compelling.
He was.
That's amazing.
Horsefant.
He was horny but deep.
He was horny but deep. That's it. He's horny but deep. There you go.
I'm the horn.
I know you're not used to that, Rollo, but horny and deep. That's what Horsefant. He was unique. Crystal Exarch third, 263 votes.
I'm surprised Exarch is that far behind, but I guess Emmett Selk is a much more compelling character.
Yeah.
I really do feel like this was before even 5.3, honestly. The survey. I feel like that.
Well, the
Exarch
survey
would've been
survey said God, let's say it again. August 11th. So I don't remember when the patch came out. It was. Oh, it might have been before. No. Good God, no. Or God, yes. I don't remember when the patch came out now, but exactly on the 11th. Oh, it came out on the 11th.
Okay, so that it can't account for 5.3 at all then.
No. If who
Could not figure out who fourth.
Yeah, I'm just about to who is fourth?
Who? You know what? I'm gonna put this one in chat. If you guys can even figure this out, just Yastralulu. Maybe.
Oh, that's Y'shtola.
Y'shtola.
My favorite character.
Y'shtola.
I think the Ruru throws you off because that's her last name. That's Rule.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
There you go.
And then because Ya is separated from Stola, that also confused you.
Yeah. Fifth, Estinian. Oh,
kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. Okay. Next, at the bottom, Runar.
Of this list.
Runar's at the bottom.
That's not bad.
This is what.
Well,
he made it on the list.
He did make it on the list.
There's a lot of characters in this game.
Yeah.
People just really like Runar.
Yeah.
Something that's been pointed out to me is that Jack, I don't know exactly where he is in this list, but Jack, the Rogues Guild leader, is higher than Lise.
Yes. Okay. So that's okay. Horseshoe Font wins.
Ryle's pretty high up. It's really high up here at 21st.
Yeah. Oh my God. What an interesting next question. What did you say?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Next question is, what is your favorite content other than battle? Well, number one, housing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting. Yes, I can see that. That's like...
It's interesting because it is a locked amount of people that can do it. But then again, Japanese servers have less people. So maybe it's not as much of a problem for them.
No. 360 votes. Second place is Glamour. 183 votes. Third is Screenshots or Group Posts. 148. Fourth place, Gold Saucer Doman Mahjong. 119 votes. Fifth place.
It's like Mahjong a game you can just play with your friends in Japan as like a thing you just do, you know? Like
I guess.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of weird if I invited you guys over to play chess.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of a weird thing.
It would be weird. But Rollo, if you do it right, it'll be like interesting weird. You're like, let's do chess. We've never played chess.
I don't think it's like you invite people over for the sole purpose of playing Mahjong.
No, it's like just there.
You have your friends over and you're like, let's do something. Let's play Mahjong.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I could do that with dominoes. I could be like, hey, cousin, you want to come over and play dominoes and drink all night? And they'd be like, hell yeah, that's what we do.
That's not what I do. Don't know if I can relate to this one.
Unrelatable to me,
Rollo.
Rollo.
It's like a Latino thing. That would be normal. I'm saying if it's similar like that.
It's probably similar then, I guess, to that. I mean, your friends do it. They're like, you want to play Mahjong?
But they do it because they're weird.
Okay. Okay, fifth place, Hildebrand with 116 votes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
To just classify that as non-battle content?
Yeah, because there is battle content in it. So.
Yeah.
At the bottom. I didn't see what was on the bottom until just now. What a surprise, everyone. At the bottom, you'll find Gold Saucer Chocobo Racing. Also, customer transaction.
Custom deliveries.
Oh, custom deliveries. That's what it is.
I want to know where Lord Verminion would have appeared on this list.
Oh my god, yeah, because it is not on the list at all, so
No.
it is far down. Favorite minion? Again, I'm not surprised by number 1. Fat Cat, 107 votes. Remember, this is before patch 5.3, so any new minions will not be in here. Horsefant, second place. The Panda, 91 votes. Midgard Stormer, 69. Nice. Fifth place, Morpho, 62. votes.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. I think isn't that because that goes like that's a little rare, isn't it? It's always been a little rare, the Morpho butterfly.
It's the drop from.
Yeah, I used to make a lot of money on that because I used to try to farm big emphasis on try, but I did get like 2 Morphos, and I got a lot of money from that.
It drops from Amdapur City Hardware, doesn't it?
Yeah. Lost City of Amdapur. Last place. Oh wow, it's a big tie. What is that tiger? Shikaro tiger? I don't know what that is.
Which one are you looking at? Sorry.
30th place. Shikaro
Well, there's
tiger.
a bunch of things tied for Shira. It would probably be.
Spirit.
Okay. Artificial spare. Is that the anima?
I would think that's the anima.
Yeah. Tiny coral. Estinian. Wind up Estinian. Bluebird. and the bean fox.
I'm pretty sure that's the Emmerich fox.
Oh, that's what it is. Bean. Also the
wait, let me see.
Yeah.
I want to see this one comment that someone made about the fat cat as to why they picked it.
Okay.
It says, player comment pickup, healed by the very existence of fat cat. Garuba, 20s male.
Nice. Okay. What's your favorite mount? Interesting, but also encouraging. First place of their people's favorite mount, my Chocobo.
Oh,
that's sweet.
That's nice.
254 votes for my Chocobo. Second place, not surprised, Big Fat Cat. 170 votes. Third place is the Black Chocobo. Fourth place, which is also good, more lore appropriate stuff on the top list. Fourth place, however, Fenrir, the motorcycle, the cloud bike. I just want to go fast. And is that
just Ozma?
Ozma, yeah. Fifth place is Ozma. Okay, last place.
Tied for 6 is the Regalia.
Oh yes. Last place. Huh?
Rio Elias.
What?
Riolius.
Mysterious mount at the bottom of this list. Yeah,
you know what? I'll put him.
I think it's Rathalos.
Oh, okay. Last place Rathalos. Interesting.
Last on this
list. Okay.
That's it.
That is it. That is the survey. Some interesting stats from the JP player base. I believe the Western survey would have been very different on many of these.
You should do a survey for us sometime.
Yeah.
I want to say some opinions.
Give us a survey, Square Enix.
I mean, this isn't an official Square Enix survey, so we just need
that's true.
Some sort of website to do one.
Famitsu. Oh yeah, we need a. Why would Famitsu do that?
Japanese.
The subreddit probably.
PC Gamer. Oh yeah, or the subreddit. All right. We cannot ignore the elephant in the room any longer.
All right.
This week, there was a massive announcement. I am surprised. Okay, well, Final Fantasy XVI has been announced, and
my God.
our man Yoshi-P is the producer. I was surprised by how many people were surprised. Double surprise. And like that people were surprised that he was going to be the producer. I thought that was already obvious.
Because he told us he wasn't.
Oh, but
He wouldn't lie to us.
obviously bullshit.
He wouldn't
Are you
lie
telling
to
me?
us.
Are you telling me Yoshi-P has never lied to us?
But it is cool. It was yeah, that's right. He didn't technically lie. He said he was not the director. He was the producer. Well, but it was known that he was working on 16. That was not a surprise. But it is nice to see the game. I'm surprised by how much they could show.
It looks really far into development.
Yes. We will need to talk more about this at a later time, but like we can actually talk about it in the post show, because I believe a question from the Syndicate is specifically asking us to talk about this. But it's really exciting to have a new Final Fantasy coming out, a new world to learn about.
The main character doesn't look stupid. He doesn't look like a stupid little punk.
Are you saying that no one looks stupid?
I'm saying I could beat up Noctis if I just looked at him.
I definitely don't think that's true.
I could do it.
All right. Well, okay.
Call it.
Yeah. It looks like
magic a sword in you before you even did anything.
You don't know.
There is a lot of interesting stuff in the trailer. It looks like a lot, because a lot of the people that work on 16 have worked on 14, and it has rubbed off in this game. Like there's a mother crystal. They call the primals icons. There's some of 14's footprint in this game, and it is very exciting.
It's got a very strong pedigree behind it.
Yes. Now, of course, I've always been like a little worried that Yoshi-P is going to get stretched too thin, like if he has to work on both games. And then I thought, well, the assistant director will probably step in more and maybe become the official director. But then it turns out that he's the director of Final Fantasy XVI. Our what's his name? Oh God, I can't remember his name. But he I think he's assistant director or director, something director. He's the guy that showed up in Takai. So he's the director of 16. So there's like all of this 14 staff is now also working on 16. But we'll see.
We got to jump ship now. So
yeah, bye everyone.
14.
Yeah. I am tempted to have some sort of 16. I feel like we have to be on the 16 thing as well, because I'm very excited for it.
I'll definitely
I agree.
about it.
Yeah,
I mean, we can definitely talk about it. I don't think there's going to be weekly news, so I don't think we have to worry about it every week.
That's true. I don't really know how to deal with like a game that's not an MMO and making like content for it, but we'll see how it goes. It is exciting nonetheless. Go watch the trailer if you haven't already. We're not going to watch it here because I'm sure almost all of you have watched it already, and I am worried that if this goes up on YouTube, it's going to get claimed because there is music in it.
And if you want to watch our reactions to it,
it might be up on Speaker's Place soon, and it's also on the Twitch right now. If I haven't,
yes.
All right. Main story. Tales from the Shadows. What a story.
They woke him up. Good job.
Unpromised Tomorrow. Spoilers
Not
for
quite.
that right now.
Not quite what I expected for the final story. I'm kind of glad to have this certain degree of closure about this universe, and yet it's opened so much.
Yeah. Yes. I'm glad. I'm very happy that this story exists because to me, oh God, it felt like, it just kind of happened, that like 8th Umbral Calamity thing, and then after Shadowbringers, it was just done. Not reference. Jesus. I talk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was that little bit of uncertainty when, it's just tangentially related, when we were talking to the Exarch, and he's like, well, what's going to happen once we stop everything? He's like, I don't know, maybe I'll just disappear. Or maybe I'll get warped back.
So essentially, what happened was, we get, we're in the, oh God, I'm going to cough again. Hold on.
You can do it.
You guys just tell the story. I need water.
Oh, okay. Well,
You can go, Lorla, if you want.
yeah, it's just a nice little story about whatever Biggs that is. Is it 8th of his name? I think is that Biggs.
I think he's 3rd of his name, but he's like 20-something,
he's
16th or 20-something, like president of the Ironworks.
Yeah, it's just, I guess, the final day before they do the actual launch of the Crystal Tower. I say launch like a fucking rocket, but whatever. And they
I don't know if I agree with your description of it as a nice little story when it's set in this really sad and upsetting
it's hopeful.
Post-calamity world.
It ends hopeful at the least. With
it does
Biggs.
end hopeful, but consider this. There are 2 Asians that still exist in this world.
Yeah, but now I think Midgar Summer knows, and he's like, yeah, I could have taken care of it if I felt like, and I guess
that's
I
what
will
he's
now.
implying.
Yeah. So now we know dragons are stronger than Asians. That's just a fact.
Do we? I don't think he's able to confirm that he can beat an Asian.
I would like to see a dragon fight an Asian. I want to see how that would turn out.
We're in the broken time. The 8th Umbral Calamity timeline. We've
the
talked,
future past.
Yes, the future past. And there's the world is they're essentially just, yeah, like you said, talking to Graha before the big day where they're gonna send him to the first. You've already. I'm assuming you've already said he. Yeah, you just said he talked about how great shit was before. He disappears. The Crystal Tower disappears. He's off, and now they're asking themselves the same question that we were asking at the end of Shadowbringers. We're like, the fuck happens to them now? And they're like, oh, wait, are we just going to disappear now? Or
I like the part where they start laughing.
Yeah, they're like laughing.
I guess we might just stop existing.
Oops. And they literally kind of start to disappear. Like the world is shaking for a second there. They're like, the fuck? But wait, it's Midgard's armor. Yeah, that's the reveal. It's Midgard's armor. The Agrius is just collapsing.
They just destroyed their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not great because that's where they were living.
Yeah. And Midgard's armor comes out and it's like, oh, you idiots! I've been watching. Oh. You stupid idiots.
Calls them idiots. I think pretty complimentary of them.
But yeah, he's like, what? Why are you like? I've watched you do this.
It's like, I don't know why you guys keep trying.
Yeah. Why bother? And then there's like this moment where like Midgard's armor is like being like, he's like laughing at them and stuff, and then
he looks at the tiny Omega and he's like,
Yeah. What happened? Yes. Now this is where
Vegas gives a nice little. He quotes Graha.
Yes.
With what he said the night before about like having hope or some shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'll help everything. You guys are cool.
Yeah.
I'll fix it.
Yes.
Midgar Sommer is going to help them.
Yeah.
If that includes maybe killing an Ascian or two.
Okay, so he will be their warrior of light.
yeah.
Well,
So what
guess.
what I took away from it is that he was going to help them rebuild and do his best to help them recover and get out of this 8th umbral calamity into an astral era.
Oh, that's what he said. Yes,
that's all
what he
I
said.
took away from it.
Emmet Selk is alive, but La Habrea is still dead.
Yes.
So, yeah.
You know how much people love Emmet Selk. Don't you think there's ever a possibility that the Emmet Selk from this
for
timeline
sure.
could end up in ours?
Of course. There is an Emmet Selk alive now. But what would he consider himself now? Like, he's from a different timeline.
Well, it'll be an Emmet Selk that doesn't really know us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the time things and the shard things are entirely separate.
He'll have like a...
But imagine.
Yeah.
But imagine this. Imagine we have the Crystal Tower. We can go to other dimensions if we want to, and timelines. Imagine if we fully awaken to being a Zem, and then we come into contact with this Emmet Selk. Will that not change their plans?
And then he becomes a Scion.
I don't want this. I don't want this. I really
That's why
don't
I
want
don't
this.
actually. I like the story is nice, but I actually don't like the implications that it has behind it. I don't like that there is this other timeline that still exists.
I think it's just kind of shutting the book on that to be like, things will be most likely
it was a happy ending.
okay.
Yeah. Look, happy ending. Bye-bye.
Until the rejoining happenings.
Yeah, yeah.
Feel
Or
like
maybe
happy
some-
Don't
ending
think
since
about
the end.
that. Happy ending. It's time to read some Mog Mail. We have Mog Mail. We will read it. Here we go. This one's from Cafe, from Ragnarok. It's so long, I can't show it on screen. All right. Hello. First of all, my brain is still screaming somewhere in space because how well it concluded this expansion. How are they going to top this? It's a mystery. This is the one we teased last week. So I've been wondering about the 13 crystals. I've read some speculating that it was Hythlodius that left them for us to find. Well, I ask myself, if the shoe bill is really Hades or something, if it was possible for a bird to drop them around. Then the other day, I reread the Tales from the Shadows. When Hythlodius asks Emmet Selk for a favor, he thinks to himself that he's going to make a debt out of this. The fact that the writers put emphasis into this made me realize that there was going to be an occasion where Emmet would have asked his friend to do something for him, and they were going to tell us about it. And now, we finally know. So, not only Emmet Selk reconstituted Hythlodius so that he would remember everything and be aware of what was happening, but he also binded him to the crystals. They might have been there all this time, just glamored to our and everyone else's eyes till the time was right. The trigger might have been Hades' death itself and our presence there. So when we got to the last crystal, Emmet's by the way, much like we accidentally summoned Elidibus on top of the tower at the Crystarium, Hythlodius found himself in front of us. He said that he didn't know if giving us our crystal was his or Hades' will, but now I'm pretty sure that after a couple of millennia, Emmet Selk finally got his favor repaid. Also, in the tales, they described his mask as red, like we saw in the visions we got from Elidibus at the end of the trial. Yet, when Hades snaps us back in the first, he has a normal white mask, which makes him not a member of the Convocation anymore. He's just our dear friend helping out his dearest friend. Just wanted to point this out, because I've been wondering for a long time if and how death affected their tempering. If it was bound to the soul, body, or what else. A small consideration as well, we know that we didn't want to be part of either Zodiark nor Highlands' summonings, and that we were frowned upon because of that. Hythlodius also told us that we didn't much refer to the Convocation when a problem arose, but more often than not, we would call upon our comrades, and together resolve matters ourselves. Just from his word,
Excuse me?
I lost. Just from his words, I can see us rejecting the proposal of a summoning that required countless lives to be sacrificed, and obstantially try to save everyone.
Obstinately.
Obstinately try to save everyone on our way. My contact got stuck, like we always did. I can also see Emmett, amused by our dedication and stubbornness, secretly supporting us from afar back then, and now, well, during 5.0, watching from much closer than before, traveling with us. For someone like him, so easily bored, we must have been quite interesting. When do you think he created our crystal, though? Back then or recently? By the way, much like Anadir, the right pronunciation should be Hitlodius, because Latin.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not going to change that. I haven't heard anyone say it, so I don't need to change how I'm pronouncing it. And he's gone, so no one will correct me.
Okay.
Yeah. When did he create our crystal?
I suspect.
Go on.
You go first, Rollo.
I was gonna say maybe like. It sounded like it was a bit before. No, I was gonna say maybe. I'm not sure. Fuck. I was gonna say a bit before, like right before summoning Zodiac, where they were like, "We're gonna do it." Then I realized I don't think that's right. It's after.
Are they necessarily the crystals from back then, though? I feel as if they might be replicas that Emmett Selk recreated alongside the rest of Amarant.
Yeah.
Because is there any evidence that they are the exact crystals that they made back?
I haven't thought about that. I don't know. Well, no, but why would if they're just replicas? Why would?
Because Hythlodius is a replica as well.
Yeah, but Elidibus.
It's not real Hythlodius.
You gave it back to Elidibus.
Yeah, but remember, he never looked at them.
That's
it's
true.
Not necessarily
that's
that
true.
He might not even Elidibus has difficulty recognizing a lot of things from the old days. I don't think it necessarily needs to be the originals for him to have been brought back to that moment.
Yeah. I guess he made it back then. And
Chat brings up a good point. Possibly the originals are on the source as well.
Oh. I wonder if we'll ever find them on the source.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense for it to be on the first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I would assume he made them back then. Right? If they're all replicas. And then the actual original crystal was made back then, and then all these replicas were made for this moment, I guess.
Yes. I suspect they were made along... Like, originally... Hythlodius suspects that he was given like sentience by mistake, but I suspect Emmett Selk gave Hythlodius sentience on purpose, alongside creating the crystals at the same time, on the chance that he does get defeated.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you, Cafe. That was a very long Mogmail, but very interesting. Next question.
Thank you.
Coming in now from...
Oh, another one.
We can do another one. From...
it's another long one, I mean, though.
Another Tia. Wow, this family's really big.
You know what? Teaser for next time. Teaser for next time. Once more. We have started a new trend. We're teasing Mogmail now.
That's how we're gonna keep the viewers. We're gonna edge them.
We have a few very, very long ones, so we'll do those next week. That's the end of the main show. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersXIV, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord in the chat if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, links in the description. Send us Mogmail, speakersxiv.com/Mogmail. Mogmail is now open, and you may send it. Stay tuned if you're watching live for the post show. We'll be reading questions from the syndicate. See you there. Goodbye.
Bye.